Welcome to today's deep dive. How hydration affects your biology at the cellular level, the energetic level, and the systemic level. Water isn't just hydration. It's information. It's transport. It's chemistry. It's life. But not all water is equal. Today we're walking through the journey of water, from contaminated municipal sources to old, degraded bottled water, and finally to fresh, vapor-distilled, ultra-pure water, and what each type does inside your body. We'll also break down the real cost of hydration and how switching to home vapor distillation can save families thousands of dollars per decade. Let's begin. To understand hydration, we must start with biology. Every cell in your body, all 37 trillion of them, depends on water for electrochemical signaling, ATP synthesis, protein folding and stability, transportation of nutrients and waste, temperature regulation, pH balance, enzyme activity. Water isn't just a fluid you drink, it is the medium in which life happens. Inside the cell, water forms what researchers describe as structured layers, creating a microenvironment that affects DNA, proteins, and mitochondria. So when the water you drink is contaminated, chemically altered, oxidized, or stale, your biology feels it. But how? Let's explore. Contaminated water is not rare. In fact, most municipal sources contain chlorine and chloramines, pharmaceutical residues, heavy metals from old pipes, PFAS, the so-called forever chemicals, microbial biofilms. Even if these contaminants are in safe ranges, they interact with the body. Chlorine affects gut flora balance. Heavy metals interfere with enzymatic reactions. PFAS compounds can bind to proteins and accumulate in tissues. Your cells spend more energy filtering, collating, neutralizing, and excreting contaminants. In other words, polluted water forces your biology into stress metabolism. When water contains impurities, it becomes less efficient at entering cells because it changes osmotic gradients. It alters cellular electrolyte balance. It increases the workload of kidneys. You may drink plenty of water, but remain functionally dehydrated. Long-term exposure to low-level contaminants is associated with inflammation, oxidative stress, reduced mitochondrial efficiency, hormonal disruption. Hydration influences biology, but what's in the water influences it even more. Bottled water is marketed as pure, clean, fresh. But in reality, most bottled water sits in warehouses for months, travels in hot trucks, experiences plastic leaching when heated, loses dissolved oxygen, oxidizes over time. Let's break this down. When plastic bottles heat up, antimony, BPA, BPS, microplastics, these affect hormonal balance, liver detox pathways, cellular signaling. Water stored in plastic for long periods becomes biologically old. It loses freshness, dissolved gases, electrical potential, structural integrity. Your body recognizes the difference. The average family spends $1,600 to $2,000 per year on bottled water. That's $14,000, $20,000 over 10 years. Massive plastic pollution, frequent exposure to microplastics. And yet, it still isn't the cleanest option. Here's where the story changes. Distillation mimics nature's hydrological cycle. Heat water until it becomes steam. Steam rises, leaving contaminants behind. Steam cools and becomes pure water again. This removes bacteria, viruses, PFAS, heavy metals, pharmaceuticals, microplastics, organic compounds. When cells receive ultra-pure water, osmotic balance improves. Kidneys operate more efficiently. Cellular hydration improves. Detox pathways become more effective. Mitochondria can operate with less oxidative load. Pure water is biologically easy for the body. Freshly distilled water has higher dissolved oxygen, no stagnation, no plastic exposure, low contaminant burden. Your cells absorb it more efficiently, and hydration improves at the mitochondrial level. Let's talk numbers. A family of 4 typically buys 8-12 cases of bottled water a month. That's $1,600 to $2,000 per year. With a vapor distiller, energy use averages $10–15 per month, plus occasional maintenance. So instead of spending $1,600 to $2,000 per year, you spend around $180. 10-year comparison. bottled water, $16,000, $20,000 distilled water, selling $800 savings, $14,000, $18,000 over 10 years. Plus, no plastic waste, no chemical leaching, no warehouse-aged water, no recurring transportation emissions. Your hydration quality influences cognition, recovery, detoxification, skin health, metabolic function, mitochondrial performance. Studies show that better hydration is associated with reduced biological aging markers, lower inflammatory load, improved cardiovascular efficiency. Contaminated water burdens the body. Old bottled water weakens the body. Fresh, pure, vapor-distilled water supports the body. Hydration determines how well your body performs at every level. Understanding the journey, from contaminated municipal water to stale bottled water to fresh vapor-distilled water, empowers you to choose life-supporting hydration. When you choose fresh, pure water, your biology benefits, your energy improves, your long-term health strengthens, and your finances improve. Thanks for watching this deep dive into hydration and biology. If you enjoyed this content, share it with someone who wants to understand their health more deeply. And remember, hydration is power, purity is health, fresh water is life.